let me tell you a little bit about what differentiates Olin from some of the other major business schools that you might be looking at. The first thing certainly is our size. We are very insistent upon taking a relatively small class size. We believe that there are advantages to this. One of the advantages is that you know your classmates very, very well, you know your faculty very, very well, and that's important because part of the reason you're coming back to business school is not only to get an education, but to establish a network of friends and professional contacts for the rest of your life. And we believe that the fact that we are small and that you will know everyone will create much stronger bonds that might otherwise exist at another institution. The second thing is that we are devoted to the notion of applied learning. If you look at our website and in our literature, you'll see that there are a number of elements to this notion of applied learning, but basically what it involves is that we would like to move you beyond the confines of traditional academic classroom learning to more practically based learning experiences. Through your elective courses, you are able to engage in project-based work, you are able to work with existing companies as consultants, you are able to manage a portion of the school's money, you are able to travel to other parts of the world to look at how business operates there. This all helps us in allowing you to have an experience that simply isn't theoretical, but also gives you a very, very practically based learning experience. I think another thing that separates us is our devotion to our elective courses, and by extension making your experience here as personalized as possible. If you look at the structure of our curriculum, you will see that virtually all of the required courses are completed in the first semester of the first year, after which you are able to choose and tailor your curriculum to your particular interests and to the particular needs perhaps of your existing organization. We want to make sure that a high percentage of your classes are elective classes, which allows you to not only take those things that you're interested in, but also take more of them. So you will notice that as a percentage of the overall curriculum, we are predominantly focused on elective courses. As you may have noticed in all of our literature and on our website, we have a motto, and it's creating knowledge, inspiring individuals, and transforming business. Fundamentally, we are an educational institution, so we are in fact creating knowledge so that you can achieve the kind of skills that you need to have a great professional career. The basis for this is our devotion to the notion of critical thinking. We have recently changed our curriculum, modified it so that we start the program a couple weeks earlier. The reason we do that is because in the past we had essentially brought you in for an orientation and then started to give you specific courses, finance, marketing, and accounting. We took a step back and realized that a better way to do it would be first to provide you a framework for how you might approach business problem solving. How do you critically evaluate the issues related to a specific business problem? And so we start the program with an orientation 2 weeks earlier. It's called Go Week, where we simply talk about how one determines how to collect evidence, how to assess data, how to think about the assumptions that you might have as you think about business problem solving. And then after we've provided you with the theory behind it, then you go into your functional area coursework, things like accounting, operations, marketing, and finance. And we think that will serve you better as you go through the process. So creating knowledge is fundamentally what we do. But we want to inspire individuals. Every person who comes into an MBA program has very different needs, very different desires, very different interests. And we want to cater to your interests. You come in and you are an individual who has had a specific history, but who knows what will happen after that in terms of your professional career. And we want to make sure that we understand you from a very personal perspective. We work with you not only in terms of your education and your learning, but we work with you in terms of your career management as well. How do you think about the options that are available to you as you go through a career, and how can you best position yourself within an organization to be as successful as you possibly can be? Finally, transforming business. The real reason that you are coming here is to not only help your career, but to assist your organization to become as good as it possibly can be. Our hope is that we are not simply training people in technical skills, but that we are training people who will actually be leaders within their organizations in the future. Senior management, people who are managing resources and other individuals, and hopefully formulating the strategy for how the companies will operate in the future. I love the Japanese. I think one of the things that makes our program so strong is that we have a diverse group of people who enter the program. We are particularly interested in taking people from a wide range of backgrounds, both professionally and academically, but also involved in our decision is making sure that we take people who are diverse from a geographical perspective. We are very pleased to say that we have a very large group of Japanese students. Currently there are 16 students here at the Olin Business School, and I think that they provide a wealth of knowledge for cultural reasons, for professional reasons, for academic reasons, and the way that many business schools operate is that they employ the case method of teaching. The case method of teaching involves taking groups of data and stories about companies and their business problems, talking about them in the classroom, and trying to come to a conclusion about a business solution. The reason that works very well is that the people in the classroom have very different backgrounds. Part of that has to do with the differences in how business operates in different countries around the world. And so I think one of the things that our Japanese students bring to us is a very particular style of management that perhaps is quite different than what we have here in the United States. And our hope, by extension, is that we will provide our Japanese students with something about some learnings about the American style of management. So it's a two-way street. While we certainly provide a lot of learning for our Japanese students, we in turn learn a great deal from them.